Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here. We are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Friday, payday, May 20th slate of NBA and MLB action. I'm super excited to hop into it, as I always say. We do have the Mavericks and the Warriors playoff game 2. Hopefully it's a lot closer than the first one. These playoff games have just been kind of up and down. They haven't, well, for the conference finals at least, because they've just kind of been a little bit of a blowouts, you know. In game 1 of the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics, the Heat went ahead and took care of business. I know that the score was pretty close towards the end, but throughout the game, like once the third quarter hit, the Heat just took control. The Celtics started to make a little bit of a comeback, and then in this game, you know, the Celtics ended up taking care of business and winning pretty big. So hopefully we can get a really competitive, down-to-the-wire game here for the next Mavs and the Warriors game, because the Warriors absolutely smoked the Mavs in game 1. So hopefully we can get a close one here. So we do have that playoff game, obviously. Then we do have another full slate of baseball. I think the first game is at like 11:30 Central Time, and it does go, once again, all the way through the rest of the night. So I'm really excited to watch some baseball tomorrow once I end up getting off work. So I am excited about that. But before we go ahead and dive into the plays, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers. You guys have been showing a lot of support here recently, so thank you guys so much for that. But if you guys are new, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, and thank you guys so much for giving me such a small channel, such a big chance, as I always say. Now, let's go ahead and do a recap. As of yesterday, we did have a profitable day. It was definitely a sweaty day, that's for sure. But, you know, what would sports betting be without it being a little bit sweaty? So, our first play of the day, we did have Max Strus under 12.5 points. He finishes with just 6. So that one wasn't a super sweat. But if you take a look at it, in the first quarter, he had all 6 of those points. So it was kind of like, oh, crap. I thought for sure he was going to have a hot night after he did score 6 in the first. I was a little worried for sure, but that one did end up working out for us. Then we had the Cardinals and the Mets under 7 runs, and both teams were just blistering baseballs. It went way over. I think they almost doubled this line, so you know, that one definitely didn't work out. But then we did have the White Sox money line versus the Royals. This one was sweaty. I know I said it was pretty juiced, but the Royals were up 4-0 at one point to start off the game, and I was like, oh my gosh, or 3-0 or something like that. But regardless, they were up a pretty decent amount. I was definitely nervous, but it ended up working out for us. Like I always say, the game is never over until it's officially over. So with that being said, we ended up going 2-1 on the day, having a profitable day, so that's definitely always exciting. Now let's go ahead and dive into today's plays, though. Our first play of the day for the Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors game, we're taking Dorian Finney-Smith under 17.5 PRAs here versus Golden State at minus 130 odds. Now, if you take a look at it, Dorian Finney-Smith has seen a little bit of a decreased role here recently. He has gone under this 17.5 PRA line in 4 straight games, so odds are he'll go out and drop 30 tomorrow. But, you know, I'm going to be taking my chances with it. Also, they have been running Dorian Finney-Smith at the 4 as of right now, kind of running a Reggie Bullock at the 3, Jalen Brunson obviously at the 2, and then Luka, of course, at the 1. So he has been kind of fit into that power forward position. And Golden State, they have allowed the 5th fewest points per game, 8th fewest rebounds per game, and the fewest assists per game to opposing power forwards in over the course of the season. So I do think that we see a little bit of an edge there. I don't exactly know how they're really going to play Dorian Finney-Smith, but hopefully he just doesn't really see a whole lot of open shots. Also, Dorian Finney-Smith does have a pretty tough matchup. They are putting him on Klay Thompson, or at least they did in game 1. So we all know Klay Thompson. Love Klay Thompson to death, but what is he best at? He's best at running around, shooting threes, running off screen, stuff like that. So he does have a very tough matchup. He does have to stay out on the perimeter. So I do think that does make him a little bit more tired. I know he's an NBA player, but I do think that limits his rebounds as well, because he is going to be on the perimeter a lot, and he hasn't really gotten any assists at all, and his usage rate has been super down. So he does have a very tough matchup with Klay. Also, in the last 3 games, Dorian Finney-Smith has been in a little bit of foul trouble. I wouldn't, put my bank account on him being in foul trouble again, but he has had 4, 4, and 5 fouls in the last 3 games, and the last game they were getting blown out too. So, I mean, If it was a little bit closer, who knows? He might have even fouled out of that game. But he has seen an increase in fouls here for the playoffs. He has been taking it very, very seriously. Also, it is a 214 over-under, which is nothing crazy, but it is still pretty low, especially for a Golden State team that loves to get up and down. So, and in the last 3 games, Dorian Finney-Smith has only attempted 3 threes, which in the Phoenix series he was attempting like double digits in some games. So I think that we see a little bit of value here. Dorian Finney-Smith hasn't really taken a whole lot of shots here in the last couple games, and also he's going to have a tough matchup. All of the above is kind of leaning to the under, so I really do like it here. Dorian Finney-Smith under 17.5 PRAs versus Golden State at -130 odds. Now our second play of the day. I know that the Cards under really hurt us yesterday, but we're going back to it. Cardinals and Pirates under 8 runs at +100 odds. Now, once again, the Cardinals on the road they've gone under in 12 of their 20 games on the road. Wow, I'm sorry. I really could not get those words out. But they are 12-8 to the under on the road this year. And as a road underdog this year, they are 9-6 to the under. So they, anytime that they are on the road as a road favorite, excuse me. Wow, I am really struggling right now. They're 9-6 to the under as a road favorite. So anytime that they are on the road and they are a road favorite, that's a great spot to hammer the under. Also, for Pittsburgh, they have really struggled with with going over in general. They have gone either under or pushed in 5 straight games. So I think that we see a ton of value there. Also at home this year, the Pirates are 10-7-2 to the under. So they have gone under a lot more often than not. And also, Adam Wainwright is going to be pitching for the Cardinals. He hasn't had a spectacular start to the year, but versus the Pirates, he has. He has pitched 5 innings versus the Pirates, and he has had 0 earned runs. So I think we see a ton of value here, especially for a +100 odds. I'm definitely taking my chances. So that's going to be our second play of the day, Cardinals and Pirates under 8 runs at +100 odds. Now for our third and final play of the day, we're taking the Twins money line here versus the Royals. A little bit juiced, -135 odds. But the Twins on the road this year, they haven't been spectacular, but they have just been a little bit better than the Royals at home. So the Twins on the road this year, they are 9-8 on the road, and after a win, they are 13-8. So they do have a tendency to go on a little bit of a win streak. So I think that they can do that once again. Also, the Royals, after a loss, which they are coming off of a pretty big loss versus the White Sox, they are 9-13 after a loss. So they definitely do go on a little bit of a losing streak every once in a while. And like I said, the White Sox are definitely a good team. So I think that is going to have a little bit of an effect on the Royals as well. It's going to be a hard-fought game coming into the next game versus the Twins, another solid team. And as a home team this year, they're just 8-12. And as a home underdog this year, they are 6-9. So pretty much everything is pointing to the Twins here. Odds are the Royals will go out and score like 10 runs and just absolutely, smoke the Twins just because that's my luck. But I think that we do see a little bit of value here for the Twins. I think that this line should be more like closer to like -150. So we're going to be riding with it for our third and final play of the day. Twins money line versus Royals at -135 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we're on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so make sure that you guys are subbed. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. This is King Sander signing out. Peace.